Hi all, Jan Koets here, aka Bear Bully, back for the review of how performance was provided to us by the British currency pairs. And then we're going to do the Hang Seng, but I'll have to go and restart the platform to convert to the Hang Seng's time zone. Then I'll add Elsie in. That's the South African Stock Exchange. And then we're going to bringing it all together in a portfolio view to see if we could use this to, say, get funded on a funded account challenge. Right. GJ, first thing I want to highlight is, so we did get a bit discouraged, didn't we, when we looked at the US market's performance over the very long term, over 200,000 bars of data. If you remember right, the Nasdaq was really flat until it started firing positively in 2020 when COVID started. Same with the US 500. Go back over there, see quite flat, and then it started firing. Is the years are cut off. Anyway, this goes back to 2014. The DAX was positive from the beginning. The swing was also quite positive if you were using the exponential average to filter your trades. So these strategies have got very nice equity curves, upward sloping from start to end. Okay. And I'm happy to report that with GJ, we are roughly seeing the same thing. But you do see these little flat periods here that we've got in GJ, and that is because of the parameters not to trade during months 9 to 12. So that's quite a lengthy period not to trade. And then we also don't trade the strategy in month 5. So I'm not sure if it will be quite visible. Probably that little flat bit there. Yes, you can see it. And doesn't trade in that month either. But other than that, it's quite a good upward sloping strategy. And so that makes me happy, because even though the US markets made us feel like, oh, is this a strategy that will have robustness and longevity? These instruments seem to indicate that it does. Right, so looking at the performance for February in GJ, which is what we are here to do. February had a positive performance of 78,940 yen. That equates to 877 Aussie dollars if I divide it by the Aussie dollar yen exchange rate of roughly about 90. And the other thing I will quickly highlight is here, this screenshot I've taken here in the spreadsheet on Friday, just before Friday's trade. See how running this over the weekend, including Friday's results, it's dropped to 768,000. Now that is because Friday we had 2 losses. I'll quickly zoom in here to show them. That's them there, a short and a long, both lost. And then the other thing that's contributing to this difference is this very positive trade here on 13 March 2015. That is, as from Friday, not included in the population anymore, because you can see here we had a start date there of 13 March, 8 o'clock. And then here it's 15 March, 2300. So this trade is no longer in this live backtesting population. So we've lost that one. And then the 2 losers cost us about 14,000 yen in total. I'll just show you there. Close positions. 3 March 23, there they are, 7,000 320 each. Right. So that is the story for GJ. Just going over the parameters because I had to make changes for the longer backtesting. We are now using, instead of 80 pips, we're using 0.5% of close for the max candle size limiter and 0.18% of close for the minimum candle. But it's roughly equal if you use the average price of the yen pair over the time. It's roughly going to give you these values. But obviously, as it deviates from that average price, these values will effectively be dynamic and change. No TP, no trailing stop. Assessing 3 candles to determine the high and the low from 8:30 backwards. So it will look at the 7:30, no, the 7 o'clock, the 7:30, and the 8 o'clock candles, and look at the highest high and the lowest low of those 3, and set the range that way. Time will end at 1. Won't take new trades after 1 o'clock, and it will go flat at 1800 UK time. So all these times are UK time, very important. That's why we set that there to UK. Platform set to UK. And that is so that we can avoid the problems that's being created with countries changing times between winter and summer, disrupting when 8 o'clock is 8 o'clock effectively. We're not trading on Thursdays, and as I said, we won't be trading 1-5 or 9-12. Okay, just one lot was taken to create these results. Going over to GU. GU, okay. So GU is now sitting at a $10,989, and this would be US dollar profit. The curve is also nice upward sloping. And then the result for February specifically was 206 US dollar profit, which is a little bit better. Let's say multiplied with 1.5 to get the Aussie dollar profit. So about $300 Aussie dollars. Again, so another strategy that helped carry the losses that was being caused by the S&P and the NASDAQ. All right. So still liking all the statistics. Sharp ratio is good. Could be better, but it's good. And then win-loss ratio 48%. So yeah, I think that was also taken one lot, and we won't be trading this strategy in May only, and we don't trade it on Mondays. It's a little bit different to GJ. What else can I tell you? On this one, I think there's nothing more to add. Again, this was taken on, this is actually quite old, 6 Feb 15. So good to see that the results are holding steady and improving slightly. All right, good. Right, I'm going to sign off now and then go and do the Hang Seng. And if I can pause the recording, no, I can't. Then I would have done it as a continuous video, but okay. I'll just upload a second video soon. Cheers, guys.